Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. My name is Brianna and this is Coffee, Books, and Bullet Journals. I make lifestyle and book related videos Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays, and today I have a recommendations video for you. So if you're part of the Avengers Readathon, you may have seen that we released some new boards. And one of those was Captain Marvel, who is like my queen. One of them. It's fine. On there is a prompt about reading a book with a lesbian main character. And so I have some recommendations for you. If you're not participating in the Avengers Reading Initiative Challenge, what is it called? Avengers Initiative Reading Challenge. It's fine. I know the name of my own readathon. It's fine. But anyway, if you're not participating in that, first off, I do have information down below, Discord, the Twitter, the Instagram, all of that. But this is still a great recommendation video for you because it's Pride Month and we need to read more queer books. So it's a win-win. You should still stick around and watch this video. One of the things that we talked about in the Discord is what is the definition of a main character. And, you know, I think that's definitely like what you choose it to be. But specifically in romances, I personally see a main character as either the protagonist or the love interest, because a lot of times you're getting things from both perspectives. Even if you're not in the head of those two characters are what the story is about. I'm going to start with some fantasy and sci-fi books because you don't see enough of that. I only have two, really, and they're, you know, I need more. So let me know what your favorite fantasy and sci-fi books are that have a lesbian main character. But I do have two. I have Upright Women Wanted by Sarah Gailey. Now, this book was not a favorite of mine personally. However, there are so many people that really loved this, and the reason I didn't like it was because it was a novella. This had a very intricate world, and it's a sci-fi western, so it takes place in the 22nd century and everyone's on horses again, but we never were really told why. There's very little explanation as to what caused this dystopian world, so I think that this would have done better as a 400 to 500 page novel, but if you like novellas, this will be a book for you. There's so much queer rep in here. There's a non-binary character. The main character is lesbian. Like, everyone's queer in this book. And it was a really interesting take on it. I just wanted more of it, and that's why I didn't love it. But if you do like novellas, this is a book that you'll definitely want to pick up. I, unfortunately, just need a lot of world building in my sci-fi. You can't do that in a 200, 150 page, whatever this is, novella. Then the second one I have is another controversial take because I loved it, but there are a lot of people that didn't. Girls of Paper and Fire by Natasha Neon. Well, they're not actually like labeled as lesbian because it's a fantasy. No labels are used, but they are queer. This is a sapphic relationship, and I thought it was beautiful. There's a lot of trigger warnings for rape and sexual assault and kidnapping and a lot of things. Check your trigger warnings. But I really liked this book and I had a good time reading it. I've actually read this twice now, I think. This would also fit the prompt for reading a book with a multi-chrome or holographic cover because it has the my camera's not picking it up, but it does kind of sparkle a little bit. The fire does kind of shimmer. One more reason maybe to pick it up. Okay, I have a couple of graphic novels. The first one is Bingo Love. I read this one last year and it was really cute. And the interesting thing about this one that I really enjoyed was that it showed the progression of this love as time goes on and as they get older and older. And it's a really, really nice story about love and support from the rest of your family and, you know, discovering yourself despite your age. And it was beautiful. I mean, they come out way later in life after they have a family, and it's really cute. And then the other one I just recently read, so you've probably seen this on a few vlogs, and that was The Girl from the Sea by Molly Knox Osterhag. This is a cute little story about a girl who falls in love with a Selkie, and it's so cute. Selkie being that she can turn into a seal. and then she can come onto land once every 7 years, and they fall in love, and it's a cute little summer romance. Then I have a couple of contemporaries. The first one was one of the very first books that I read when I got onto BookTube, and that is We Are Okay by Nina LaCour. This is a wonderfully sweet story about the summer before she goes to college and this relationship that buds and forms with her best friend, and then flashing forward to the next winter. And it's really, really good. It's sweet and it's super short, so like a very short recommendation for you, a little weekend readathon or something. Love that. And actually, this is the only book by Nina LaCour that I have read, but I think that all of her books have, they definitely all have queer rep. I don't know specifically if they have lesbian rep, but something to look into. But this one, she's a lesbian, and really, really cute. It's definitely sad. It talks a lot about grief and losing family members, but if you're in a good headspace, I highly recommend it. And then if you do just want something light and fluffy and sweet and adorable and just like will make your heart happy, you should see Me in a Crown by Leah Johnson. This is about a girl who wants to get into this prestigious school but doesn't have the money. And for some reason in this town, if you win prom queen, you can get a scholarship. So despite her disdain for everything related to prom, she enters and tries to become prom queen to get this scholarship. And then there's like a little hate to love romance budding with her and another one of the queen contestants. It'll make your heart happy. The audiobook is fantastic, and I highly recommend you pick this up. Then we have a couple of adult contemporary romances. The first one being Pretend Girlfriend by Lily Craig. This is a really fun rom-com. I know that one of the characters is pan, but then I think the other one is a lesbian. And this is fake dating. She receives a wedding invitation from her ex, which like sets her off on this frustration thing. She doesn't want to see her ex happy, that kind of thing. And then so she decides to go to this wedding with another woman. So they have this fake dating. There's like a, there's only one bed trope, close quarters. Obviously we're gonna fall in love. Obviously. So that one was really, really fun. Also super quick read. The audiobook was like maybe 7 or 8 hours. So super quick. Then we have a book that I did just read, and that is Honey Girl by Morgan Rogers. This is more of a contemporary than it is a romance. This is a lot about self-discovery and learning who you are as a person. But there is a sapphic romance in here as well. She gets her doctorate and goes to Vegas to celebrate and gets married to a stranger. So really, really cute. Really enjoyed this. The dialogue is so funny. The roommates, so funny. Her friend group, spot on. This was a very, very strong debut. And then lastly, the book that started the conversation about what is or isn't a main character, and that is One Last Stop by Casey McQuiston. I want to point out that August is bi. She is not a lesbian. If you watched my last video, you will understand why I am saying this. But Jane is a lesbian. So, and because I believe personally that romance, the main characters are the two people that the romance is about, I'm counting this as a lesbian main character. But August is bi. I'd like to point that out. This is about a girl who is stuck on the subway. She gets stuck in like the 70s. I can't remember exactly when. But then August gets onto the train or onto the subway in 2020, meets Jane, and through a series of events realizes that she's trapped. They start a romance because, why wouldn't you start a romance with the girl you met on the subway that can't get off? And then she's gonna kind of save her. And so it's got this like little bit of like time travel sci-fi element to it. This is really good. I highly recommend this book. I mean, I won't stop talking about it, so there you go. Alright guys, so those are some of my favorite books with lesbian main characters. Let me know if I missed any down below. I need some new recommendations. And if you are new here and you have not yet subscribed, there's a little red button that you can do so down below the video. And all of the other links to my social media will be in the description below if you would like to be my friend on any other platform. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.
heart beat faster.